I get cramps in my legs.
Hey, check it out. This thing can go up to 130 miles an hour.
Not with a wuss like you driving it can't.
This is a dealer's registration, son. And you don't look like no dealer to me. Step out of the car, please. And keep your hands up where I can see them. Now, gentlemen. Come on, boys.
Come on, man. We didn't steal his car. His daddy's the biggest GM dealer in the county.
You're Bobby Taylor, aren't you?
One and only.
I seen you make that 75-yard touchdown against Rock Valley.
Oh, yeah?
Keep your hands up. Yeah, you're one hell of a football player.
Well, got lucky.
Yeah. You know, when I was your age, Friday was a school day. Where are y'all going so fast?
We're going to meet my sister at Texas State University. The teachers had a teachers meeting, so we got a day off.
No game, sir. We got to buy.
I'm on an official recruiting trip.
You know, my second cousin played for TSU.
Oh, yeah?
Same team as the Flash. You do know the Flash are going to be at the game tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to retire his jersey halftime.
Yeah, I'm going to that game with my sister. That's the sister I was telling you about.
Well, I'll tell you what. You lighten up with that foot of yours, and you might live to see that game. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, officer.
Thank you. Thank you,
We
sir.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Have a nice day now.
Hello. Evening, Mr. Mayor. People have been calling my office from all over. They think I should bestow Chris here an award or maybe a medal for what he did. What do you think of that, son?
Well, that would be an honor.
Okay, Dad, I don't need it.
What's that, son?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Miss Warburg High Contest. Now everybody needs to sit down so we can get started and get those lovely ladies out here.
Have a good time.
Son, you need to speak up when a man like the mayor talks to you.
Tom, I was at the house burning.
Who set the fire?
I don't know.
What do we got to go on?
I saw it.
You got a lot to lose, Ruben.
Maybe. Doesn't matter now. I saw it. Like a bad dream, they began to lie.
We just teasing that boy, Sheriff. I want to know who set the fire.
Maybe somebody just dropped a match.
Who knows he's so loco to kill his wife? I want to argue about it. That's the way it's going to be, okay? $5 million, Golden West Bank. It's not ringing. Something's wrong. Call the bank. It's too late. They would have left there 5 minutes ago.
Can you give me a copy of the route?
You bet. All right, out of the car.
Okay, you're under arrest.
I say that, Walter.
Oh, sorry, Sheriff.
All right, ladies. Nice and easy.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Okay, officers. Listen, what would it take for you to let this whole thing slide?
You put your hands in the car and spread them. Ooh.
Well, what are you waiting for? Aren't you going to read us all right?
What do you think, Walter? We're to frisk our prisoners, don't you think?
Yes, sir.
No telling what they got under those fancy dresses.
Oh, boy, yes, sir.
Come on, Yo-Yo. Oh, jeez.
Hello? This is
Walter, let me have that. This is car 19er in hot pursuit of the killer bimbo. Put it away, Walter.
Hey, Sheriff.
Take the old mill road and cut them off. What the?
I can't see anything, Sheriff.
You're trying to kill us, Walter?
Cut him out. Here, let me help you, Sheriff.
Walter!
cried last summer while surfing. You described him as Mitchell's friend. But didn't Cheryl date him?
Yes, but Mitchell introduced them and I put an end to it.
Mitchell, you destroy your daughter's romance, ignore your children's pleas for help, and it's all Mitchell's fault.
They seem fine, how would I know? Look, I didn't drive them up that hill. I didn't put a gun to their head and pull the trigger. Mitchell did.
One final question, Mr. Welch. Where did your children get the guns that they used to commit suicide?
They were mine.
No further questions, Your Honor.
It involved a single car that struck a telephone pole.
Officer, do you recognize this photo?
Yes, I took that myself. That's the car involved in the accident.
Mm-hmm. Now, was there anything unusual about this accident?
Yes, first, the crash didn't seem severe enough to kill anybody. Second, there didn't seem to be a cause. Street wasn't wet, the car didn't blow a tire, and the impact was minor. Judging from the skid marks, I would estimate about 20 miles an hour. So it's hard to see how the driver lost control.
Did you receive a statement from the defendant at the scene?
Yes, he told me he swerved to miss a stray dog, and he crashed into the telephone pole. And when the car hit, the impact caused the victim's bowling ball to fly forward from the back seat, striking her on the head.
Have you ever seen this before?
Yes, at the time it was covered with fresh blood. Later, the crime lab determined the blood belonged to the victim.
Was the dead woman wearing glasses?
No.
Did she have a purse?
No, I looked for one for positive identification, but the defendant said she must have left it at home.
No further questions.
Officer Chancellor, isn't it true that you have actually seen people killed or injured in an automobile accident by objects flying around inside the car after the impact of the crash?
Yes, that is true.
So, Lance Wallace's statements to you were not inconsistent with the facts?
Yes, but...
All right, thank you. No further questions?
I have a little redirect, Your Honor. Officer Chancellor, was there anything that bothered you about the defendant's story?
As I stated before, the car was only going 20 miles an hour. Every other time that I've seen someone killed or injured from a flying object, the car was traveling at a much greater speed.
And as a result of your investigation, what did you do?
The accident looked so suspicious to me, I turned it over to homicide.
You're more of a baby than I thought. You'll surely know that the little man is sleeping with his mommy, huh?
Dr. Winslow and Michael Grant to see Dr. Ford.
Yes, sir. I'll check the list.
This place is something else, Michael. State-of-the-art everything. Mayo Clinic and think tank all rolled into one.
Thank you for waiting. These badges must be worn at all times inside the facility. And if you wish to leave, they must be presented here at the main gate.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, this is it.
Evening, Dr. Winslow, Mr. Grant.
Evening.
Let me get final clearance on this. Just take a moment.
Thanks.
They're not gonna let us leave. Boardman's not gonna let me go.
Michael, what are we gonna do?
Hang on. Hi there. What seems to be the problem?
No problem, Mr. Grant. Clearance takes a little while around here. Just be a moment. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable in your car.
I don't think so.
You're not gonna believe what just happened.
You okay, John?
Hit
me again, will you, Lita?
Knocking it back pretty good, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I worked my butt off for 9 years in that mill. They just walk in today and they fire me, along with 50 other guys.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that, Judd. Hey, things will pick up. They'll probably start hiring again real soon.
You know what, Lita?
What?
You're my favorite waitress.
Oh, Pumpkin. I'm everybody's favorite waitress. Want some?
No, thanks.
What are you doing?
Hey, Lita.
Warming up my batteries for me, Judd? Oh, get off. Ooh. Listen, you're really smashed. You better not drive tonight.
Give me a kiss.
Oh.
Lita, give me a kiss.
Now, you should be home with your family, your kids, everything like that.
Come on, for old time's sake. I'll sober up.
Be good, will you?
I will. I'll be good. I'll sober
Behave
up, too.
yourself?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. That'd be great.
What the hell are you doing, Judd?
Nothing. I was just leaving.
Get in. Get in, damn you. I've been calling all over town wondering where you are.
All right, but I'm going to drive my own
You're
truck.
not gonna...
And I told you not to touch my equipment. That's a very expensive camera, not some toy. And when we get back, I'll be more than happy to teach you how to use this properly.
Oh, I just love home movies. Years from now, we'll be able to look back and remember exactly how it was.
Whoa. It's my records.
And what the hell are they doing down here? It's your stuff. It ought to be upstairs. Remember, when I get back, I expect to find all my things exactly where I left them.
Oh, come on, Al. Billy's a very responsible young man. Bye, Mom. Bye, honey. Have fun.
Not too much fun. I know you kids.
You! Let me explain.
What the hell went on in here? 15 minutes in my house and you little bastard. You ruined it.
It wasn't me, Al.
Well, you're out of here, Buster. You're through.
No, you're not listening, man.
Oh, I'm listening all right. You and your friends trashed my house. And when your mother sees this, she won't want you around here any more than I do.
Being a visitor from another planet, because nobody ever understands.
Now!
Well, boy, where is it?
I got robbed. I got beat up. I couldn't buy the whiskey with there.
You got no whiskey. That's fine, Zeke. No whiskey, that's it.
Zeke!
Monsters have got me, boy. The
And now they're coming for you.
Stay back! I'll shoot.
Nobody can mess with me, monster boy.
Any other secrets for the listeners out there?
Don't ever give up the ship. Even if everything around you is falling
Oh, boy.
it's your duty to keep a stiff upper
The main monster's coming for you. I'm on the first step.
Morning, man.
I'm on the second step.
Stay back!
I'm on the third step. See, I have a dream about this property. I close my eyes and I see cattle in a sea of grass out to the sky. Neighbors helping neighbors make the desert bloom.
Well, you sound like a visionary, Mr. Stone.
Well, it's a personal vision, miss, but it means a lot to me.
You know, I've been checking around in local papers and with another realtor. That much land is worth $70,000 at least.
Well, if you can find a buyer.
Oh, but I already have found one, sitting right here at this counter. So, just to be neighborly, I'll take $60,000.
Now, wait a minute, Mrs. Burns.
Done.
Well, that was easy. Why don't you drop the papers and we'll meet again tomorrow morning and you can give me the full amount then.
You drive a hard bargain, miss, but your Texas neighbors, thank you. You wanted to see me, Mr. Williams. When your secretary phoned, she said you had some questions.
You own a contracting firm here in town, isn't that right, Mr. Etheridge?
Been in business 22 years. You looking to make some renovations?
No, actually, this concerns a client of mine. Catherine Chancellor? Name ring a bell?
Well, of course the name rings a bell. Everybody in town knows Catherine Chancellor.
Have you ever done any work at her estate?
Me? No.
You sure?
I'm not senile, Mr. Williams. If I'd been working for the woman, I'd know it.
What about an employee? Have you ever sent anyone out there?
No. Look, why the third degree?
I have reason to believe that one of your men was at the Chancellor estate several weeks ago, taking measurements.
Well, if he was, I never sent him.
Do you have an employee by the name of Chuck?
Chuck. Chuck, no one by that name comes to mind.
You certain of that? Because I can always check your employment records.
Let me think. You know, truth is, I have several new employees. It's not like I know all their names. Look, what is with all the questions, Williams?
As I said, a man showed up at the Chancellor estate about a month ago. The maid thought he was legit, let him in to take some measurements. When Mrs. Chancellor found out about it, She assumed that he was sent by the caterer preparing for a party that Mrs. Chancellor was throwing. But that wasn't the case. The caterer didn't know anything about the guy. What we do know is that his name was Chuck and that he drove a blue van with a yellow logo, not unlike the color van and logo that your company uses.
Look, I'm sure you're aware there are a heck of a lot of blue vans out there with logos. The maid, she couldn't tell you anything more about the man?
Not really, though something may still occur to her. So you never sent any of your employees out of the Chancellor estate, that's what you're telling me?
That's right. Now, if that's all, Ian, this is Hal. We have a problem. There's a private investigator asking questions about my people being out at the Chancellor estate. Look, we will take care of that when I see you. Right now, I need to send Chuck out of town on vacation, or we risk bringing everything out into the open. And we'll send Geo Abbott into orbit, and we'll both get kicked off this project in a heartbeat.
Billy, what happened? Get bit. Billy, show me where you been. Get his clothes off so you can see where he's been. Jesus Christ, his pulse is going through the roof. Get a tourniquet ready. Billy. Billy, hang in there, buddy. Billy! Jesus. God damn it! It can't be far. Let's go get it. What about Billy? There's nothing we can do for him now. We'll come back for him. All right, spread out. 20 feet apart. I want to get that son of a...
You believe this? Can't toss a rock without hitting some nut with a gun.
With Martin Zahn, founding member of Patriots for Peace, a group which advocates...
I'm Bailey Malone. I believe we spoke on the phone this morning. My daughter Frances called me.
Agent Malone, I'm Deputy Durano.
What's she doing in lockdown?
Sir, I know you're in Atlanta, and I don't know what she's told you, but this isn't her first time in the system. Vandalism last month. Last week, she was arrested in a video music store, shoplifting. Last night, she was pulled in at being an accessory.
Alleged accessory?
Yes, sir, alleged accessory. But for a felony, armed robbery.
Take me in, I want to see her.
Yes, sir.
All right? You be cool.
Always. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. Come here. I love you, man.
What the hell is this? Love connection? Are you Tyler Hanson?
Call me T.
I will call you a lot of names, Grunt, but it will not be T. Now you get your scrawny butt on that bus there before I kick it on.
Better do it, Tyler.
Are you deaf and dumb?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
Then move in.
Well, baby, you can stop searching, because now you found me.
Well, I'm sorry, darling. I'm looking for a blonde. I like to drive. Gives a person time to think. Nowadays, everybody's going nowhere in a hurry. They want to eat fast, travel fast, get married fast, and divorce faster. Now, me, I like things slower. And I like them to happen when I say. And you know, the longer it takes to get there, the more I enjoy myself. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure, baby. You like to do things your way, just like that song.
You're quick. So how come your parents never taught you not to hitchhike?
Well, my daddy died in prison, and my mother took off when I was a baby. I don't think she's much worried about me hitchhiking.
Well, that's too bad.
Why? I love hitching. Look at all the handsome men I get to meet.
Well, you sure finish that beer in a hurry.
That's something I like to do quick, drink beer. Kind of puts me in the mood for the slow stuff. You know what I mean?
Now, how far did you say this place was?
How far?
I am looking for Mayor Burke.
Well, you found his house.
And a mighty fine house it is, huh?
especially for these parts.
Well, he likes it.
Yeah. I bet she's lived in the house, what, 25 years?
Yeah, that's about right. Why do you want to see him?
Well, I am a bounty hunter, and I'm looking for a very famous criminal.
Let me guess. D.B. Cooper.
Exactly. Now, I heard Mr. Burke, well, he came out of nowhere, became the mayor of the town, and the mill foreman all the way back in 1971.
Well, that's right. And that's right after the Cooper skyjack.
Yeah. Now, I heard this fairy tale about the town buying the mill. Now, where would the town get that kind of cash, huh? Maybe from a mysterious stranger? Someone who had a need to hide sudden amounts of money, large amounts?
Are you saying that you think that Mayor Burke could be D.B. Cooper?
What do you think?
I think you're wearing your butt for a hat. I'm Mayor Burke.
You are?
You know, the sheriff told me you were going to be prowling around here.
Mayor, I'm really sorry. You know, I know you have better things to do than stand around here and talk to me.
Shoveling manure is better than standing around here talking to you. Good day.
Really, I know how hard this is for you.
Oh, just got the test report you wanted.
Great. Would you excuse me?
You were right. The booze was poisoned.
Do you know what kind of poison it was?
No, but the lab's working on it.
I see. Well, tell me the moment you have anything. Did you find anything at the house?
No, there were apparently no break-in. It had to be someone that was let in, or they knew the security alarm code.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Lieutenant.
You bet.
Miss Pressman was definitely poisoned, and it was undoubtedly meant for me.
Give us a...
The brandy snifter and the cognac bottle over to the lab and have its contents tested immediately. I also want you to have it dusted for prints. And I want you to take a fine-tooth comb and go over the house and grounds. I don't want you to overlook anything. Do you understand, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir. If there's anything here, we'll find it.
All right, I'll be at the hospital.
The DA wants the glass and the bottle of cognac tested for poison, so pack them up and get them over to the lab ASAP.
You should have come sooner. Mason, what have we done?
Excuse me, officer. We are friends of Mr. Asher's. Could you tell us what's going on?
DA went to the hospital. Would you mind telling me your names?
I'm Mason Capwell, and this is...
Do you want me to run this stuff over to the lab myself or send Harris with it?
You take it personally.
Me?
You were right. The booze was poisoned.
Do you know what kind of poison it was?
No, but the lab's working on it.
I see. Well, tell me the moment you have anything. Did you find anything at the house?
No, there were apparently no break-in. It had to be someone that was let in, or they knew the security alarm code.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Lieutenant.
You bet.
Long time. How long have you known her? A long time. She's scared, mister. Of what? Take your pick. Jackie. Hey, Casey. See you around. You bet.
Can I help you?
Oh, some other time, perhaps, huh?
Hey, the club is closed. Know what I mean?
Yeah, club's closed.
In here.
Action. So close. So goddamn close.
Well, he talked. We can be sure of that.
$500,000 worth of stuff, and we can't sell a dime's worth.
Hey, snap out of it.
Hey, we need that dough to get into business. And we're not just going to lay down and let Berzini kick our brains out.
What, are you out of your mind? We can't fight Berzini. Hey, listen. Maybe we can make a deal. Give him the stuff back.
Yeah, you'll get the same deal Carl got.
Well, fight the son of a bitch. Well, it's better than running.
You know, maybe there's another way. Let's sell it back to Berzini. Look, it's only $500,000 to us. But to Berzini, it's maybe $3, maybe $4 million on the streets. Now, that's just good business. He just might go for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just say, sorry, Mr. Berzini, that we hijacked your shipment. And you see, we got a deal for you. We want to make it up. We're going to sell it back to you.
First you steal from me, now you want to do business.
That's right. We want to do business.
You're Tony Bruno. I knew your father. He was a good man.
Yeah. Yeah, good. But dumb.
No, he was smart. He stayed in line. What's on your minds?
$500,000. $250,000 now. The rest when I deliver your shipment to you in 48 hours.
What if I should say no?
Well, you already know the answer to that. Answer to that.
If anything happens to Jim, or your men try to come through that door, that's the end of it, Berzini.
Tough to hook, Clint. Watch him.
I hear he's already put in for a pinch. It's gonna be like riding whipped cream, Clint.
Yeah, well, you better take another look at it, brother. I hear that he's a real honker. Hey, Rosie, how about a kiss for luck?
Where'd you get that? That ain't a way to ride. Let me have it.
How about you, Bo? Aren't you going to wish me luck?
You've lived this long without it. Hey, Clint, you draw a bad one. He's mean to fight.
You just do your job. I'll do mine.
Sure. Hey, Rosie, how come you're so pretty and you're hooked up with such an ugly, ornery, bow-legged cuss as this?
Let her buck.
Better get a doctor.
No need, Dad. He's dead.